Alright, hello. So, I'm gonna do a reaction to Stranger Things Season 5, but I'm doing it in a different way, so if you watched it, you may not have done, but I watched Wednesday this way, where basically I'm watching the show, right? And then every single time I want to talk about something, I'll just, pause it. Or if I'm, like, guessing something, I might record the screen, because for me, I can't screen record Netflix, so it's easier for me to just essentially do a review after each part that I want to talk about, right? So if like say there was something really interesting that happened, or there's something really annoying that happened, or really dangerous that or if I'm gonna do a prediction type thing, right, I want to do it. So that's what I'll just do. Alright, so goodbye. Alright, so I've seen those pictures of Jamie standing next to the actress for Holly, so I already know that this person that's outside the window is most likely going to be like Henry slash Vecna. More likely Vecna, right? But it's like he's dressed up like a person. Obviously, the only thing we see in that kind of frame is like a hat, but it's like the outfit looks like the one that he was wearing. It's like a brown outfit or whatever with a hat. I don't know if he has glasses on, but I just remember that's the behind the scenes picture, that I saw. So I think it's literally Vecna. Like, it makes sense to be him, you know what I mean? So she probably thinks he's like an imaginary friend or something. Oof, that's terrifying. Bruh, I'm only 7 minutes into this show, but I just find it so interesting that, obviously I knew that these guys were going to be all staying in the same place, but I didn't count, like, who would be staying in what? I didn't, I didn't think about who would be staying in which room, so I don't actually know where Joyce is sleeping, but for right now we know that Jonathan and Will are downstairs, right, in the basement. So that's very interesting. I assume because, like, Nancy's family wouldn't want her to be sharing a room with him, right? Because obviously when we saw them in other seasons, they were always at Joyce's place. Like, they were always at the Byers' place. They were never here sleeping, apart from that time when the mum didn't even know that Jonathan was there, right? So I think it makes sense, like, they wouldn't want her to sleep with him because they'd be scared of, like, probably pregnancy, I don't know. But it's like, the I don't know. I find that interesting. Like, I should have realized that probably would be the case, because I should have realized that they wouldn't have been sleeping in the same bed, like in the same place. But yeah, makes sense. Alright, so Robin's got her radio show. That's so funny. I was watching parts of it. I mean, I was watching the whole thing, but I've only, like, I paused it in, like, a part of it, you know what I mean? And Steve, the way that Steve's looking, he's either very, like, bored in this scene, like, he's very bored of, maybe they always do this, right? Maybe this is something they do every time. Maybe he's bored of having to stay in this place. I don't know. But, like, he just looked very, like, I don't know. He doesn't give me Steve energy right now. He's being a bit weird. And I'm only 9 minutes into this show. So that's kind of scary, because when Steve is a bit weird, that means, oh god. I really hope he still doesn't like Nancy, because that's such a mess. That's such a freaking mess, bruh. Yo, that's so cute. So, it's Vicky, right? If I haven't said her name again, but I'm pretty sure it's Vicky and Robin. We finally... So they're already together. I mean, it's been like 18 months or something, right? So it makes sense that they would already be together. That's so freaking cute. Oh my god, that's so freaking cute. So, because of the time skip, right? Hopefully Steve will have moved on. Unless that's why he's, like, moping around in... I mean, he's not even said anything yet, but it just looks like he's moping, right? It looks like his face is just, like, not... Like, I love Steve as a character. But right now I'm just saying he looks a bit, like, mopey. He looks a bit, like... I don't know. Bored? I don't know what it is. I mean, we'll find out when he actually speaks, but... Vicky's so cute. She's just come on the screen and she's just smiling because, like, Robin's playing this song for her. That's so freaking cute. I'm so happy, bro. Oof. This was kind of scary. I mean, not scary. I mean, we all knew that Dustin was going to be going through it this season. Like, he's going to be going through, like, with the grief of, like, losing... What's the name? Eddie. Oh my god, why did I forget his name? That's crazy. Anyway, yeah, losing Eddie will have, like, destroyed his ass, like, destroyed him. So it makes sense that he would be so mopey right now, so depressed. Steve is definitely very like aggressive though, right? I don't know, like he's giving me weird vibes right now. He doesn't seem like the Steve that would be usually like nice and encouraging. Like he was definitely like weird. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna like this season, y'all. I can't base it off 12 minutes of the show. But I already kind of feel weird. I already feel weird. Anyway, let's keep going. Okay, so I know there was that bully from season 4, right? There was the one that died, Jason, and then there was the other one who was like his teammate. I think there were like 3. One of the others died in the lake or whatever, the water anyway. And then the other one died. No, the other one didn't die. It just got they literally just said it. It was he got like kicked in the balls or something. But yeah, he was in the last season though, I'm pretty sure. So he's another bully in this season, and I'm pretty sure we already know that like Dustin is gonna get beaten up because he goes to Eddie's grave, right? I'm assuming they're also gonna be going to like Jason's grave, maybe. That's what it seems like, right? Because obviously Jason is dead. Like we literally saw him get ripped in half whilst he was out cold. So like Lucas didn't kill him, he just knocked him out. So he was just killed because of the thing opening, the gate opening, the thing opening. Anyway, this is gonna be insane. Like I can already tell this is gonna be like definitely like so weird seeing Dustin like this season, because obviously it's just the repercussions of like having Eddie be the one that died, and also like Dustin being there for his death. Like I do hope that they talk about him, but I also like wished that they would talked about like the other deaths that happened, and then Ernie Max talked about Billy, but then again nobody else liked Billy, so, and even she barely liked him, so you know, it kind of makes sense that most people didn't get talked about again, but I don't know. Anyway, let's keep going. I love this training montage. This is really cool. Oh shit, she flew! Is that the first time she's ever done that? Yo, that was crazy. Oh, is it thingy? Yeah. Oh my god, both of them. Oh my god, it's both of them. Oh my god, this is crazy. Yo, I'm so confused. Like, don't they understand that like, in fact, like Nancy and Jonathan and like, I don't even know who, like so many people should understand what Dustin is going through. Like he lost Eddie. Like he lost somebody that he cares about. Obviously, like it's somebody he really cared about, you know, even though he only just met him in that year technically, he still really cared about him, you know what I mean? Like he learned so much from him, and he's depressed, like he's literally depressed. He wants to kill Vecna, like that's probably his whole mind right now, you know what I mean? Like he is just out of it. He's not going to be the Dustin we know, that we've, you know, seen loads of times. I'm assuming the picture of him and Steve is going to be when they like actually, when Dustin maybe thinks that Steve is going to die, yeah. Maybe it's like a near-death type thing, and then he's going to realize like, oh my god, Steve, you cannot die, like I will actually die with you if you die, you know what I mean? Because that's what he said like every season pretty much. Like in season 3 he was like, if you die, I die, you know what I mean? So I really do think that he is going to just like, I don't know, obviously I don't want anyone to die really, but I have a feeling that it'll be like the new characters that we get, most likely, and then I think Ted will be dead, and Karen will be injured, Holly will be taken by Vecna. I do wonder if we'll see Max again, like where will Max be? Obviously she's in the hospital place, but like where will she actually be? Because she's, you know, I don't know really what's going to happen in this first episode, but anything really could happen, you know. It's called The Crawl, so I really don't know. I have a feeling this episode is going to be more of like, maybe, I don't know, because we got that clip of Karen and Holly in the bathtub and shit, and the Demogorgon coming in, so we already know that's happening because it got leaked or whatever. So I already know that that's going to happen, but I don't know if that's going to be in this episode or at some other point, because it would make sense that the conflict would be like Holly was taken, right, and Karen is injured and Ted is probably dead. I don't know. I guess we'll see. Oh yeah, but I was trying to say, I don't understand why they don't know why is the dialogue so weird? Like they're saying like what's wrong with Dustin? Like why is he being like this? You know, all this stuff, and it's obvious. Like he's going through grief. He needs he needs his mom. Like, he needs a parent to, like, literally, or he needs, like, a therapist, in fact, actually. That's what he needs right now. He needs a therapist. Oh my god. This is so tragic, honestly. Like, I also don't really like the way Steve's behaving right now. Like, he also knew Eddie, but not for long, obviously. But, like, I feel like, obviously, Dustin must have known him the most. Like, Mike and Dustin knew him the most. And Mike's not even really upset. Like, so strange. I don't know. Yo, I know this is so childish, but this is so hilarious. This competition that Jonathan and Steve are having for no reason. Like, Nancy is with Jonathan. Like, I don't know what we're doing here, but this is hilarious. I can't even lie. Like, what the fuck is happening? I think, honestly, I think Steve's arc is going to be realizing that Jonathan and Nancy are meant to be together, and that, like, he is meant to be just a good friend to Dustin and Robin. Like, that's his found family, if you really think about it. Like, we don't actually know anything about Steve. If you really think about it, we don't know anything about Steve. We've never seen his family. We've never seen anybody, you know what I mean? We only saw his house in season 1, and that was it. So, we just know that his family is obviously rich. And he never wears any clothes that make him look like he would be rich, you know? Pretty much. So I never really think about him being rich, you know, because the last load of seasons, like, he's not really been, like, he's had all these different types of really small jobs, which you wouldn't expect him to have if he was as rich as we thought he was. You know what I mean? I don't know. It's very interesting. But yeah, I do think that this was actually, this is a really funny scene, I can't lie. Like, them just arguing, and then Jonathan, like, going up the ladder while Steve was turning the voltage thing off, and then Jonathan copying what Steve said, and, you know, don't sweat it, and then he's just like, son of a bruh, it's so fucking funny. I'm just, oh god, this is gonna be clownery if they keep doing this though. Okay, but I've just been thinking about the fact that this is the first Charlie and Joe scene, like the first Jonathan and Steve scene we've ever had since season 1. Like, they literally haven't spent any time together since season 1, and that, I think the last time we saw them together was the time when, like, the with the bat and, like, the Demogorgon being in there and Steve freaking out and shit, you know. I think that was the last time we saw them in the same room together. Literally. Like, obviously there's been times where the whole group has been together, but they've never really spoken or done anything together, so it's really interesting that this is the first time we actually seen them together since season 1. You know what I mean? Like, that's crazy. If you really think about it, that's insane. Alright, wait. The way that Murray just said that to Jonathan makes me think that Jonathan has told Murray about, like, wanting to propose to Nancy or something. Like, he said about the cassette thing, right? The cassette tape thing. And he was talking about, like, jazz, but then he said about you'll find it engaging. So I do think that maybe he's gonna try and propose. Oh my god. I think that the scene, I don't think he's gonna propose in this volume. I think it'll be in that scene. I think he won't have the ring with him or something, and he'll propose in that scene with the what do you call it? With the, when they were crying and shit, and they had, like, their foreheads pressed together, that, like, clip we keep seeing everywhere, you know, from the trailer and stuff. I think that'll be, because everybody thinks that's, like, a sacrificing scene, but I think it's probably going to be a scene where they think they're going to die and then they don't. So they talk about stuff, you know? And then they, maybe they get engaged, I don't know. I really don't know. But I guess we'll see. I guess we'll see what happens. Anyway. Yo, this is actually so freaking cool that they all have their own, like, they know exactly what to do because of Robin's thing. This is so freaking cool. I love the Wheeler siblings, like, being the leaders of their groups. That's so freaking cool. Okay, I'm kind of annoyed at this. So, first of all, obviously, Steve has some good points, but also at the same time, like, we know that Vecna's alive, and, like, he should also know that, like, Vecna's not dead, because, I mean, Will literally felt it, right? Like, he said to Mike that he felt it. He knows he's still alive in the last season, so we know he's alive. We know he's not dead. So, anyway, that's not the point. The point is, like, Jonathan was the only one, like, I mean, not, like, Jonathan was literally saying about the whole stuff that Nancy went through in that season, right? Like, we saw Nancy being, like, shown Vecna and Henry and all that stuff that was happening, right? Like, we were learning through Nancy and through, like, Elle and shit like that, right? So, it's kind of insane that, like, no one else realizes, like, obviously Nancy knows, like, the fact that Jonathan is standing up for her is just everything to me, because he could always not do that, you know what I mean? He could always be, like, thinking about that stuff that Steve is, like, saying, but he's not. He's literally saying, like, the stuff that she had to go through in that scene was insane. Like, it really was, though. Like, if you really think about it, like, the stuff she had to go through in that whole time was insane. Anyway, and then this part really annoyed me as well, though. Like, they're saying on 3 for like, Eddie, right? For Eddie, but, like, in reality, wouldn't you also say, like, for Eddie and Max? Because Max is also, like, she's not dead, but she's also not there, you know what I mean? So wouldn't it make more sense to be, like, for Eddie and Max? I don't know. Maybe it's because she's not dead yet? I don't know. But it's so weird. Like, obviously, you should be, especially if you're Lucas, right? You should be like, and Max for sure, you know? I don't know. It's really weird. But yeah, I love the fact that Jonathan actually, like, stood up for her and, like, basically was just saying, like being a good boyfriend, really. I love that. Yo, is he gonna see his backpack? Because we know his backpack was still on the tree, right? In the Upside Down. Technically, I think. So maybe he's gonna see his backpack on the tree? Is that really what he's gonna do? I wish that's what he was gonna do. I don't think it is what he's gonna do, but whoa. This is insane. Okay, so Derek is a typical, like, bully kind of person, right? That's what he was just like spinning her around on that thing. Oh my god, is she gonna see Henry again? Vecna, I mean, why do I keep calling him Henry? I'm pretty sure it's Vecna, right? But it's just like the human kind of form of him. And really weird form of him. What is happening? Where is she going? Oh my god, I'm scared. Oh my god, she has an imaginary friend. He was literally not even there. Like, she was talking to the air. Oh my god. That teacher would have been scarred for life. Probably. Thinking she's crazy. Oh my god, that's not good. I really do like Hopper in this season so far. Like, he's being very calm. Like, even though obviously in the scene before this, he was very, like, not calm with Elle, but he makes sense why he wouldn't want her there. You know what I mean? This is really cute, though. I like this scene. This is really cute. Like, we've never seen the Wheelers really have a good scene. You know, like, we've seen a Jonathan and Will scene. We've never seen these siblings. Even Nancy and Mike we've never really seen. So this is really cool. Alright, I'm gonna make a guess right now. So I'm at the scene where Lucas has just put the tape in for Max. And Will has just gone to get a Coke. And he's just got the Coke. And then he's looked over there. And I'm pretty sure he was about to talk to Robin. I think she's gonna go and see Vicky. I think Vicky might be here. And I think he's gonna see them, like, either kiss or at least hug or touch each other somehow. You know, I think he's gonna see something. And he's gonna be like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. You know? I hope we get Robin and Will friends. That's what I've been wanting this whole time, y'all. I've been wanting this whole time. Oh my god. Oof. Oh, I freaking knew it. So he literally saw he saw them, like, touching, feeling each other, and then he saw them kiss, and he, like, freaked the fuck out, and then he ran the fuck away. So, I mean, he's definitely not gonna tell anyone, surely. I mean, why would he? You know what I mean? He's not gonna be that type of person that would tell anyone anything, because, like, he doesn't need to. Like, he knows the feeling, you know what I mean? But he's gonna be like, oh my god, because it's the first person he'll have ever seen / met who is, like, gay as well. Who is gay as well, you know? And I'm pretty sure Vicky is bi, if anything, right? Or maybe pan. I don't know. But I mean, because she was with that guy before in season 4, so that's the only way I'm basing it. But she could also just be a lesbian. I don't know. But either way, I'm quite happy, y'all. That scene was really good, though. Like, at first I was like, why is he just standing there for so long? But obviously he was waiting for them to kiss. Like, he was waiting to see. He was like processing it in his brain, and then when they kissed, he was like, oh my god, yo, what the fuck? And then he freaked the fuck out. Like, okay, makes sense. Makes sense. And Dustin's riding on his bike right now, so I'm kind of scared that he's going to go to Eddie's grave and then he's going to get beaten up. Because that guy, the bully, already saw the Hellfire thing, so he knows it's Dustin. So, and he probably knows that he will go to Eddie's grave, so this is not going to be good. This is not going to be good. Ooh. I really hope we get Robin talking to Will in this episode, though. I don't want it to wait until the next episode. I need it in this episode. I need friends. I need them to be friends. I do. I would love that for so much, bruh. I've been waiting for it. I was waiting for it in season 4. I was waiting for it in season 3, and then we're finally gonna get it now. I hope. I hope. Yo, why? Justin was doing kind of well, to be honest. This is a 1v4. This is insane. Like, this is crazy. Obviously, he's definitely being beaten up right now, but like, look at that, bruh. He really got that stuff all over them. Bruh, this is kind of insane. Like, Joyce, why did... like, Joyce is being a very protective mum of Will, but she's also got Jonathan, and then she just was like, Jonathan, you can go do it. Like, what are we doing? You know what I mean? Like, why is Joyce being like this season? What is happening? I kind of don't like that attitude from her. Like, in season 1, she was like, you don't have to do it alone to Jonathan. You act like you're alone in this world, but you're not. And she's treating him like he can't break, you know what I mean? She's treating him like, I don't know, like, I don't like this. Like, she's too protective of Will, first of all, but she's also, like, not protective at all of Jonathan. Like, is that gonna be how he dies? Because, like, she's not protective of him. Like, that's what I was scared of. Like, I was scared of the fact that, like, maybe Jonathan will die because she was so focused on Will, right? That's what I was thinking. That's what I was thinking about. Because she's never had to think about Jonathan almost dying, because even though he almost has died in season 3, she was never there for it. So she never saw, you know what I mean? She never knew that was happening. So she probably was never told by Jonathan or anything, or anyone like that, you know what I mean? So it's very interesting. I don't know. I kind of hate that, actually. I kind of hate that they did that to her character, because she cares about both her kids. Like, she doesn't choose one over the other, you know what I mean? And in this one right now, they're showing it like she cares more about Will than she cares about Jonathan, but that's not the Joyce we know. She would do anything for either of her children. So that's really weird. That's really strange. That was a really cute Hopper and Joyce scene. That was, like, really precious. Like, the fact that she said, try to come back to me in one piece, and then he says, how do you get more beautiful every day? Like, they both didn't answer the questions. It's so cute. So freaking cute. I do obviously hope that... I also just... I mean, I was gonna say I hope that he comes back in one piece, but he definitely will. But, like, I also was gonna say, I didn't realise, but I think this is one of the times when... Obviously, in season 4, they didn't start off in the same areas like everybody. They were all, like, in different places. So it's really cool. Sorry about that. It's really cool that they're actually in the same place this time. Like, they're all kind of starting off in the same areas. Obviously, it seems like Vicky is the only one that probably doesn't know what's going on. Because she's the one that, like, the whole date thing got cancelled because of, right? So unless Vicky ends up being able to come into this group, I hope she doesn't die if that happens, because it's usually the ones that are, like, new to stuff, but then they're like Bob, you know? But, like, Vicky is, you know, would probably be with Robin, if anything, but I just don't know if she'll actually join the group, because, I mean, why would she need to? I don't know. It depends if she wants to be out as well. But, I mean, she could just be, like, Robin's friend, I guess, you know, friend, if she didn't want to be out and about. But I do hope that Will and Robin get to talk. I wanted it to be in this episode, but I don't know if it will be. That sucks. That was really sad. Like, I was trying to record it, but my reaction to it, but I couldn't. But it was the Holly scene, you know, when the parents were fighting. That was really sad. When she was just watching them and listening to them fighting about, like, her, like, imaginary friend type thing. That's really sad. Obviously, we know it's not exactly like that, but it's just so sad, bruh. That really is so sad. Anyway, Okay, I have to be honest, this is a really freaking cool ass plan. Obviously, it makes sense that they needed Dustin for this. I have to assume that the car maybe is going to be going like inside there. I don't really know. It's kind of confusing. Maybe he has to find like another gate. Maybe he can't come out of this specific gate again. Maybe that's what it is. Because I assume obviously he's going to go in here in the truck and then he's going to get out before, you know, when he needs to, before like they get somewhere. I don't know. Maybe he'll get out as soon as they go in. Maybe. I don't know. But either way, that was a really freaking good plan. Like Mike and Lucas up on the thing and then Hopper waiting. Like, oh my god, that was really cool. I also understand why Dustin and Steve were supposed to be the ones that did that thing, you know, with the car. But like the fact that Jonathan had to do it instead of, literally there were so many other people, like why did it have to be Jonathan? But I kind of like the fact that, like, I was hoping that we would be able to see more Jonathan and Steve together because we literally haven't got them since season 1, and I wanted to see what their friendship would be like now. But like obviously because Steve still likes Nancy, which is so stupid, because they're never going to be together, I just wanted, like, why did they have to butcher Steve's character like that? Like, in season 4, it was so stupid that they did that to him. Like, he should have just been there for Dustin and been a friend to Nancy, and then it would have been fine. But they made him, like, really weird towards her, and then be all weird and say about 6 kids and shit. And I'm just like, why would you even say that? And then in this episode as well, he like leaned so close to her and then she was looking around like, what the fuck, you know, like Jonathan's standing right there too, and it's just like so weird. Like why is he putting so much like emphasis on trying to be with Nancy? Like it's so weird. Like I mean, I just don't like it. I really don't like it. Anyway, bruh, I don't know. Okay, yo, I had to pause because I had to like react to this properly. Like, obviously you won't see my face, it'll just be like the screen. But oh my god, I had to. You'll see what I mean because it went into Will's eye and I'm okay. Let's get into it because oh my god, I was like, oh my god, what's happening? But it looks so freaking crazy and cool. Like he can see a Demogorgon. Is that what it was? I think that's what it is, right? I think he can see a Demogorgon. He was like seeing through the Demogorgon's eye, I think. Oh my god, what the fuck was that? Oh my god, yes, so he's seeing the Demogorgon kill people. Oh shit, so they knew a Demogorgon was coming? Oh my god, that's creepy as fuck. What the fuck? Oh my god, how did they not notice that he's doing that over there? Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Okay, but now that we kind of know from the like opening part that Demogorgons are kind of doing stuff because of like Vecna or the Mind Flayer or both or whatever, I think it's going to be really interesting to see how or if Will can like maybe change them, right? Like if he can like, because if he can see if he can be the one that sees from the point of view of a Demogorgon, then maybe he can change the way that they're like thinking. I don't know. Like it's very interesting, isn't it? Like it's very interesting to have that be a thing that's possible. The fact that he can see through, I mean, I think we already knew that he could do that, but it made it more clear obviously in the show, because I think in one of the trailers we could see like a shot where we're looking through someone's eye, and I'm pretty sure it was his eye, but maybe it was the Demogorgon that was attacking Lucas, you know, in that scene where we see Lucas like on the floor. Maybe he's gonna like make the Demogorgon like leave or like just run away. Like I don't know, but like that'd be really cool if he can like sort out his powers and like kill the Demogorgons that need to be killed, probably all of them to be honest. But yeah, that'd be really cool if he can sort out his powers, because obviously we know Will's gonna have powers. There's no way he's not. I feel like my mum doesn't realize that he's definitely gonna have powers because it makes sense for Will to get the powers, do you know what I mean? I think he's been like restrained from having the powers from Vecna. Like I think Vecna has like given him his powers essentially, but I think it's like gonna be a bit different because obviously we know that like Eleven has the powers from Henry as well. Like we know that Henry gave her the powers because like it was, you know, made from his like blood or DNA or whatever it was that they used to like make everybody else, all those children, like superhumans, you know, whatever it is, you know what I mean. They also like they could all do the same thing, but yeah, it's gonna be really interesting to see what different type of power maybe Will could have. Because obviously we know that like Eleven and Vecna aren't exactly the same, but they also are very similar too. So it'll be very interesting to see what kind of thing that he could have that's a bit different but still very similar. I don't know. It'll be very interesting. So I can't wait. I can't wait. I am kind of scared for Hopper though. That's one thing that I am gonna say. Like we know that like the Demogorgons do what he wants, so maybe he wanted them to kill all these guys, and he wanted them to like, he knew that Hopper was there, like because I don't think that other people knew that he was there, right? I think the people didn't know. I think it was the Demogorgons that knew that he was in there, and or Vecna, and then they were the ones that were gonna go and like just kill, you know. But I don't know why they left him alive. Like that's very interesting because you could see he wasn't gonna, like the Demogorgon. I don't know why I called the Demogorgon a he, but the Demogorgon didn't try and kill Hopper. You know what I mean? Even though he was like at the window part where there's literally no window or no door, he could have. I mean that that thing could have killed him straight away. I don't know. Crazy though. Oh my god! Oh my god! Oh my god! It's going to the house, right? It's going to Holly. It's going to Holly. It's definitely going to Holly. It's going to Holly. It's going to Holly. It's going to Holly. Oh my god, I'm scared! Y'all, I couldn't be more scared like right now. Like Ted is outside with a golf club thing, and then Karen is like drinking, and then I'm assuming Holly's gonna be in her room. I'm scared! Of course it had to end on that scene. That's so shit. But I mean, I love it. I really do. I actually love it. Sorry about that noise as well. Some people are working next door, I guess. But that was crazy, honestly. Like I was not expecting. I was not expecting to be. I mean, actually, I should have expected the ending part be like, you know, the Holly thing, like the Holly being taken essentially thing. I was assuming it was going to be more like ending on the Will stuff, you know. I didn't expect it to go back to Holly, like with the Demogorgon, because we basically already got foreshadowed it, you know, when it walked over there. We know what the Wheeler's house looks like, you know what I mean? So I don't know, I feel like that's very interesting. So I assume the Demogorgon, I don't know, like does Vecna know that Will can see like the Demogorgon, like through the Demogorgon's eyes? I don't know if he does. I don't know if he does, but if he does, very interesting, because I'm assuming that's a power that Vecna has too, so he knows where his Demogorgons are all the time, maybe. I don't know, but obviously that just means that Will needs to like control that. And we never got the scene that I wanted of Robin and Will, but that's fine. We can probably have it in episode 2 when everything is getting better. I do think that obviously when this all happens, like Ted's definitely going to be dead. That's these are my predictions for episode 2. I think Ted is going to be dead. I think he's going to try and hit it with the golf club maybe. I think because of how we've seen him before, I think he's going to be quite active in that type of thing. I don't think he's going to be very like, I don't think he's just going to like hit it and think it's like a prop type of thing, you know what I mean? I think he's actually going to try and whack it, and then he's going to get killed. Maybe because I know that the Duffer Brothers said that there was going to be like a brutal death scene, right? The worst one there's ever been. I think it's going to be Ted. I think it'll be Ted's death. I think Karen's going to get messed up, but she's not going to be dead. And I think Holly's going to be gone. So I think the only one that's actually going to be there when they get there is Karen. I think she's going to be really badly injured. And I think that Ted is just going to be mauled to death. Maybe. I don't know. Like, honestly, I don't know. Because, like, with Bob, right, we got that terrible death where he basically got eaten from the inside. I mean, from the inside, from, like, a zombie, right? He just got eaten like that. So by a load of them though, by a load of them. So I don't know if that's what's going to happen with these ones. Obviously it's only one of them though. Like there's only one of them that we've seen. So I have to assume there's only one that's going to come in, because we only seen one in that clip where Karen is like in the water with Holly. So I have to assume that there's only one. But I also don't really know what's going to happen. Like I don't know how they're going to I don't know how they're going to do this. I really don't. I'm honestly scared. I'm honestly very scared, because I don't know, like all the clips we've seen are just with Karen and Holly, so I'm pretty sure Ted has to have died already. Like I think Ted dying first makes sense, but at the same time, with the fact that like it came through the roof, like I was assuming it was going to come through like the grass or something, like, you know, somewhere. but it seems like it's coming through the ceilings, which means that he is not going to be got first. It'll be like, it's literally Holly's room, right? And I'm assuming the mum's going to come in and be like, what the hell, oh my god, and then she's going to get her out of there. Like, she's never seen any of these things before, and yet she's probably going to try and save Holly, right? Because she loves Holly, like, obviously that's her daughter. She's not going to let anything happen to her, just like Joyce wouldn't let anything happen to Will and Jonathan, even though she's let Jonathan go into that car. And also Dustin, where the hell is he? Obviously we know he got beaten up and shit, but like I don't know, like, is he still in the graveyard? Like, is he just passed out in the graveyard? Like, is he gone? I don't know, like, I'm kind of scared about that as well. I mean, obviously he won't be dead, because that would be insane if they just killed him, but like, I don't know I don't know what to say. Everybody did a great job in this episode. I had a great time, even though I was going crazy. Like, oh my god, this was a great episode. I think, I don't know which one my favorite cold opening, is that what it's called? First episode. I don't know which my first episode favorite would be. I think season 1's probably still my favorite first episode, because it's just so good. Like, season 2 was good too. Season 3, oh no, season 3 was good, because that was when Billy gets taken, right? That was a good, I think season 4 may be my least favorite, because of just how weird it was, like everybody being in different places, and then just the weirdness of it for real. Like, yeah, anyway, but yeah, I would say I'm definitely thinking right. I don't know. Anyway, this was a great episode though. I definitely really like this. I'm gonna watch a load of people react to this now, because most people have only watched the first episode so far. I'm not gonna be able to watch any more episodes today, because, you know, I'm too tired. But I'll try and watch like maybe 2 tomorrow, we'll see. But Mum's not watching it yet, so I can't spoil anything for her, so I've got to not talk to her for a while, because she's watching it when it all comes out at once, so I've got to try and not spoil anything for her. But I've been asking her like who she wants to be, like a duo, like who, like not a couple, but just like a duo, or a group. And I said that I wanted Robin and Will, which I hope I'm gonna get. Maybe next episode we'll finally have the talk that we want to have, you know. Maybe he's gonna ask her like questions about like, how did you know she liked you back, and stuff like that. Like, that would be so freaking cool. I would love that. Anyway, goodbye.
That was a lot of like nonsense.
Can but be kidding.